Okay, so today we're going to do something a little different. I used to ride a Road Glide, Harley Road Glide Special, up to 6 months ago, till I changed over to the Goldwing. So, and I've done about 3,000 miles in the last 2 months since I've owned this bike. So I thought now's the time to do a comparison on what I think of it and my experiences with it. So the first thing to cover, people say you can't add accessories to a Goldwing. You can get everything for a Harley. Well, yes and no. Yes, you can get everything for a Harley. Normally because it needs it. And I'm used to be the biggest Harley fanboy that you could imagine, right? But, you know, I will admit that. But a Goldwing, yes, you can get lots of accessories and you could change a great deal. So I'm just going to compare what I upgraded on my Harley, and I'll show a picture of it in a little bit, and what accessories is on this Goldwing. I think you'll be quite surprised. So if we go from the front of my Harley, the first thing I changed was the windshield. I put a Clockworks flared tinted screen on there. And what have I got on the Goldwing? Clockworks tinted flared screen. So that's the first thing. The next thing on the Goldwing, on my Harley, I changed was the turn signals. They was just plain halogen orange bulbs. I changed them to LEDs, custom dynamics, so which made them a white running light and amber on turn signals. What have I changed on here? I've changed my front turn signals. I've got, which was amber, same as the Harley, same as the Harley. But now I've got white running lights and I've got sequential turn signals. So that's the next change. So if we keep coming back, on my Harley I changed the bars to mini apes, 14-inch. On here, I've got Healy bars. They're like a mini 8. They're about 12, I would say. I just much prefer the comfort of them. Let's think what else on the Harley. Anyway, the next thing on the Harley, working front to back, I changed the audio system. Basically, it doesn't matter how much you spend on a Harley for an audio system, it's garbage. 40 miles an hour it might be fine. After that, forget it. The Goldwing is much better. It's better for two reasons. One, I think the clarity of the system is better. It does go louder, but the other advantage is the windshield. It goes up and down. So you can have it like lowered, and in Florida that's great because you get some air. But if you go on the interstate you can put it up and it gives you more protection. And it also allows you to hear your audio better as well. So it's a win-win. But that's something no Harley's got. On a Harley, what you got is what you got. You can't change it unless you go home and change it. Okay, so let's carry on coming backwards from the bars. You can change the seats. I haven't changed the seat, but you can change the seats on Goldwings. Same companies make them that they do for the Harley. But the Goldwing comes with heated grips as standard, even the base model. On a Harley Road Glide, because I'm comparing this against a Road Glide, or Street Glide, both the same. That's a $400 upgrade. Stock on a Goldwing. And they're very good. So if we continue coming back, Harleys have floorboards, which I much prefer. So I've changed them on a Goldwing, they're pegs. But what you can also get is, pegs. Riding pegs. So you get everybody puts them on Harleys. Yeah, this bike's got them. Company make them. More than one. So that's fair. That's not a problem. So if we keep coming back, we come to the big Harley advantage. It's called storage. The Goldwing's latest version, which is what this one is, the saddlebags suck, quite simply. I can't really say nothing good about them. Well, I'll tell a lie. I can say one good thing about them. As I walk away, they lock automatically. No button pressing, no nothing. It's just proximity full. Something Harley hasn't got. Well, it might have it on the CVO, but then you're paying a load more money. But yeah, so with these, as you walk away, proximity, centralised locking, saddlebags, fuel cap, all it locks automatically. So that's very nice on them. Let's have a think about warranty. Harley warranty is 2 years. You can get an extended warranty, and I'm going to use the 5-year warranty that you can get. The problem is, if you have a 5-year warranty, if you buy it when you get the bike, it starts from when you buy the bike. So you don't have a 2-year factory warranty, then a 5-year extended warranty. You just have a 5-year extended warranty, and that's it. Which pretty much sucks. With the Honda, stock is a 3-year warranty. But you can also purchase a 5-year extended warranty. And that extended warranty can be purchased at any time in the first 3 years of ownership of the bike. So it gives you 8 years warranty. Cost is cheaper as well. So that's a plus. Now if we want to start comparing the full spec, I'm talking about the bagger version, which is what I'm riding here, which is without the trunk. Okay, now and I'll be comparing it against a standard Road Glide. Now if we take the top of the line Goldwing, which is the Tour, what they call the Tour version, it comes with the trunk on the back. Trunk will hold 2 full face helmets plus a bit more. It also comes with a heated seat, front and rear. It also comes with heated backrest for the passenger, and this is all stock. Okay. It also comes with electronic suspension that you can handle from the controls of the bike. So you can set it for rider, passenger, rider with luggage, and rider, passenger and luggage. At the press of a button, rather than get out and twisting and tweaking and whatever. So the performance on these is crazy. These deliver 125 horsepower standard and 125 torque. Harley don't do nothing like that. This is a 7-speed auto that I'm riding. Harley don't offer that. Goldwings have reverse. And I tell you, once you bring the bike with reverse, or own the bike with reverse, you don't want to go back. It's also got creep mode as well. And it's got 4 ride modes as well. So rain, economy, tourer, and sport. You put this in sport and twist it, you better hang on hard. Now, let's talk about cost. The bagger version, which is what this one is, when I say bagger, I mean I've got a trunk. They retail price of these is, I think it's 27,000 MSRP. If you go to Southern Power Sports, Southern Honda Power Sports, sorry, in Tennessee, you will pay MSRP for one, or maybe less, plus tax and title, and that's it. No added extras, no delivery, no dealer setup, no blah blah blah. Right. If you go for the top of the line tour version, they're just under $30,000 plus tax and title. No dealer setup, nothing else, no delivery, nothing, right? So you'll come out the showroom in about, I'm guessing, 32, tax and title. They might even do a huge deal and get you a little bit cheaper. Now you've got to compare that spec-wise to a CBO. Although CBO won't have everything that you've got on that Goldwing, right? It's got the Harley name, right? And that's it. Yeah, you've got the culture, but that's the only thing that it's got. I believe they retail at 45. Plus the Harley tax, the delivery, the setup, whatever, or other extras they can add on, document fee, plus tax and plus title. If you get out of there less than 50 grand, you're doing well. You're talking about 20 grand difference. So, Goldwings are very good value for money. They're cheaper to run. This runs on regular gas. Harley's premium. You're talking fuel tanks roughly the same size. So you're talking $5 difference every time you fill it up, roughly. The oil change, the servicing, Honda recommends every 8,000. Harley is 5, so your servicing costs are cheaper. And now we hit the big one, longevity. I brought my Road Glide Special, brand new, and I didn't abuse it at all. Maybe I got a bad one, but at 40,000 miles, I needed new heads, new cylinders, new pistons. At 58,000 miles, my transmission went out, third gear went. I needed a transmission rebuild. Luckily, I had extended warranty, as I said, so that was covered. The Goldwings, it's not unusual to hear of people say they've done 300,000 miles with just oil changes and nothing else. they're super smooth. They are super smooth to ride. So when you start adding everything up, I did a little spreadsheet comparing pluses and minuses, and as much as I hate to say it, Harley couldn't get close. They just couldn't get close. So with that, I'm now a Honda fanboy. My friends take the mickey out of me, but I say, you might not hear me, but catch me if you can. One thing I forgot, I didn't mention about the performance of these bikes is I said what the numbers was, 125. But as far as performance upgrades, there's only one. Well, two, sort of. You can buy some slip-ons for these, which is literally meant to give about 10 or 12% increase. And the only other upgrade you can get is effectively a stage one. Electronic upgrade, where you need a tuner for it and so forth. There's only one company that makes those commercially. The company's called BT Moto. Quite an expensive upgrade, but everybody who's done it says it just changes the bike completely. I mean, as I said, it's quicker in sport mode, this bike anyway, but that enhances it even more. Takes the limiter off. It makes sport mode more smoother, because I will be honest with you, it is very aggressive stock to use, especially from a standstill. It's literally impossible. So it does that, but I haven't done that yet. So there's no big bore kits for them like you've got with the Harleys, 128s, 135s, none of that. And it's just not needed. The brakes on these things, again, the front brake on this is a 6-pot, not a 4-pot like on a Harley. They're a 6-pot Bembro. So if I pull this up, it will literally stand on its nose. It's crazy, the brakes on this. It has got a handbrake, because this model's a DCT. That's a 7-speed auto. And when you put it in neutral, or when you stop, I should say, it goes into neutral automatically. So you can't leave it parked in gear. So I didn't trust the handbrake. So I added a thing called a bullet brake. And you can get them for Harleys as well. They do it for all makes. And it's something that attaches to the front master cylinder very easily. Takes 10 minutes. And then when you pull up, you just pull your front brake in, push that button in, and it locks that front brake on. I mean, I could park it on a cliff edge and it wouldn't move. So again, it's another little extra. Yes, you can get all the lights. You've seen them on all the Goldwings. They do all those extras that you can get. You don't see the bodywork changes that you can do for the Harleys. You see everybody fitting, but they're not required, quite simply. But I think the market for this generation is starting to expand, because a lot of people are moving over from Harley to these, because they're the best of both worlds. They've gone away from the old man Goldwing. Now, I would have never bought an earlier version, never in a million years, however good they was. They do it. Maybe I'm just being shallow, I don't know. But this one I like, especially with these bars and the floorboards. I'm not trying to make it a Harley. I'm trying to make it a comfortable bike for me. And I like this riding position. Will I add the exhausts? Yes, I will. That's my next upgrade. And you know, you're probably thinking DCT, automatic. Nah, not for me. Right. What I'm going to say is, don't knock it till you try it. Within a mile or two, I was sold. I would never go back to a manual motorcycle now. This bike's got paddle shifters, so if I'm coming up along in 7th gear, just touring along at 50 miles an hour, 45, something like that, which it does quite comfortably. The maximum torque on this is something like 1500 revs. It's stupid. I would just hit the paddle shifter twice, downshift the 5th, twist it, and it's gone. Super smooth. And then just flick the other side and change back up again. Or if you want, you can just put it in manual mode and shift it manually all the time. So you've got the best of all worlds. You know, I can't say enough of these, as much as I hate to say it, but it hasn't got the Harley culture. Okay. But it is what it is. Dare to be different. But anyway, guys, leave your comments down below and what you think. Anyway, signing out.